Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: Washington Nationals vs New York Mets, Game 2. Detroit Tigers vs Baltimore Orioles, Texas Rangers vs Seattle Mariners, Tampa Bay Rays vs Boston Red Sox, and Cincinnati Reds vs Atlanta Braves, which are happening on Thursday, August 12, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, over and under predictions on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Washington Nationals vs New York Mets. While the pitching staff has struggled immensely, the offense has also been a disappointment, scoring only 4.38 runs per game. While Juan Soto is one of the best hitters in baseball with a .297 batting average, a .427 on-base percentage, and a .499 slugging percentage, and Josh Bell has a team-leading 19 home runs, the rest of the lineup has struggled. Only 3 batters in the lineup have 10 home runs or more, with Ryan Zimmerman adding 11 to the combined 37 of Soto and Bell, while only 3 active hitters in the batting order have an OPS plus of 100 or higher on the season thus far. The Nationals surprisingly rank 3rd in batting average and 6th in hits per game, but it hasn't translated to a lot of runs or even wins. They only rank 18th in runs per game and 20th in home runs per game, 2 numbers that have been a huge detriment to their success on this season. Of the team's leaders on the season just a few weeks ago, the Nationals saw Trey Turner, batting average and hits, and Kyle Schwarber, home runs, both leave to contenders. Juan Soto remains, but hasn't been as strong of late, while Luis Garcia is the only player with multiple home runs over the last week. Alcides Escobar is one to keep an eye on, hitting .300 over the last 5 games, and if the Nationals get going in Game 2, it'll be partly due to his spark in the lineup. My betting advice for that game is to pick over 8.5. Detroit Tigers vs Baltimore Orioles. Skubal tossed 6 shutout innings, allowing just 5 hits and 1 walk, while striking out 6. Gregory Soto struck out 2 in the 9th for his 14th save. Cabrera went 3-4 with 2 RBI, including the homer, as Detroit pounded out 11 hits. The Tigers have been a great team to bet on at 64.51 against the spread, while being up a huge amount on the money line as they continue to get undervalued. Overs are 50-64 for the Tigers, with just 2 of their last 10 games going over the betting total. The Tigers will start Matt Manning on Thursday. The right-hander is 2-5 on the season with a 6.33 ERA in 9 starts. Manning got wrecked for 6 runs on 10 hits in 4 innings in a 6-1 loss to the Indians last time out. The Tigers rank 21st in team ERA and 21st in team WHIP. They are 17th in runs scored, 22nd in homers, and 15th in team batting average. My betting advice for that game is to pick under 11. Texas Rangers vs Seattle Mariners. Marco Gonzalez tossed 6 2/3 shutout innings Friday against the Yankees. Since the All-Star break, Gonzalez has a 1.93 ERA in 4 starts, lowering his season ERA from 5.88 to 4.73. He has turned his season around quite nicely after a disastrous first 2 months. He has 65 strikeouts over 80 innings of work for the M's this season. Marco Gonzalez is on the hill as he makes his 16th start of the season for the Mariners in this contest. He comes in 3-5 with a 4.73 ERA, a 1.363 WHIP, 28 walks, and 65 strikeouts over 80 innings of work on the year. Gonzalez didn't factor in the decision in his last start, which came Friday on the road against the Yankees. He threw 6.2 innings, allowing no runs on 3 hits with 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts in a game the Mariners lost 3-2 in 11 innings in walk-off fashion. My betting advice for that game is to pick over 8.5. Tampa Bay Rays vs Boston Red Sox. Tampa possesses one of the best starting rotation bullpen combinations in the majors. They have a crisp 3.37 staff ERA and rank top 5 in WHIP, walks, and strikeouts generated. Opposing batters are hitting only .223 against Rays pitching. If their bats can continue their upward swing, the Rays will be a dangerous team to face if they make the postseason. They have a 5-game lead over the Red Sox in the AL East coming into play on Wednesday. Boston's offense scoring 20 runs in Wednesday's game showed positive signs of life, but they'll need more, where that came from to come away with a win. The Red Sox rank 6th in runs per game, 3rd in both batting average and hits per game, and 10th in home runs per game. Over the last week, though it has been slow going. Verdugo has led the way with a .500 average, but won't be available, while most of the other members of the supporting cast are hitting under .200. The good news is that the trio of Xander Bogaerts, Rafael Devers, and J.D. Martinez all are approaching .300, and once they start going again, which is only a matter of time, teams will have difficulty scoring runs and keeping pace. According to MLB.com, Tanner Houck will get the start in what has been an interesting season for the righty. While winless at 0-2, his ERA is more than respectable, sitting at 2.45. He's only made one appearance against Tampa Bay on the season, pitching well out of the bullpen back in April. In that relief appearance, he only went 1 inning, allowing a hit and striking out 2. In his last 3 starts, he hasn't allowed more than a single run once and seems to have found a strong spot for himself within the starting rotation. My betting advice for that game is to pick over 10. Cincinnati Reds vs Atlanta Braves. Back on July 16, Atlanta had just lost its first game after the All-Star break and sitting on a 44-46 record and in 3rd place in the NL East, 4 games behind the first-place New York Mets. A little less than a month later, the Braves are now tied for first place with the Phillies after winning Wednesday night's game 8-6 in 11 innings. This season, the Braves' offense has been their strength as they rank 4th in home runs per game, 1.40, 8th in runs per 9 innings, and 7th in ops .749. Reigning NL MVP Freddie Freeman leads the offense with 121 hits and a .292 average. He had a bad start to the season, but his resurgence has put him squarely in the MVP conversation once again. Third baseman Austin Riley has 116 hits, while second baseman Ozzie Albies has added 111. They will be facing a Cincinnati pitching staff that is number 22 with a team ERA of 4.49. Left-handed starter Kyle Muller will be on the mound for Atlanta. He allowed 3 runs across 4.2 innings in his last start. Muller lacked control, walking 2 batters and hitting another. The rookie has only allowed more than 2 runs twice in his first 7 starts in the majors. He brings a 2.88 ERA into this contest. Atlanta has been playing excellent baseball lately as well. The Braves have not dropped consecutive games since before the All-Star break. They went to St. Louis and swept the Cardinals last week. Their momentum carried over into the weekend, where they took 2 out of 3 from Washington. Atlanta opened this series with a come-from-behind 3-2 win on Tuesday. The Braves find themselves just 1 game back of Philadelphia in the NL East standings. They are 7 games back of the second NL wild card, so winning the division is critical. Atlanta's offense ranks number 14 with a team batting average of .242. My betting advice for that game is to pick under 10.5. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.